EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Najee Harris. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Mike 19, Mike 19. I don't think you got it.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Mike, check, 59.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Too little, Cupcake. Check 59.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it.
Push him back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready? Rocco 80. Go, Rig. Go. Squeeze double up. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Come.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. No gain on this defense. No gain.
46, boys.
They'll look to throw.
Pretty quiet, defense. Pretty quiet.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
They hand this off to Harris.
Four down.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check Mike 40. Bronco 80. 46. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Hey, check 24.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First and 10, Taylor now. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
Now Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Mike, 46.
Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
You better be afraid of me. Let's go, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch the check. Check out.
Back to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
46 to Mike, 46. Come on, D. Mike, 46. Mike, 46.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Again, it's Harris on second down. Down to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On third down, here's Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet, as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Tight, watch left. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 31's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
31's the mic. Check. 31's the mic. It's going to be a long...
Looking to throw, Haskins. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Eagles.
Ready
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A give to Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Harris. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
4 down. Alert. 31's the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got? 31's the mic.
Hey, come on, O. Come on, O.
31's the mic.
Haskins will throw.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
On second down now, it's Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First and 10, 35-yard line.
Baby, that's baby shop. Mike, check. 59. I'm coming.
They run with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39, Haskins. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
Mike 52.
Yeah.
Double tight.
3 down.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. All right, D, let's start. All right, D.
52's the Mike. 52.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
36.
They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
60 Eagles. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
On first down, it's Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11.
46 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
46 to Mike.
Curve 19. Curve 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. McCann now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by John Johnson, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Harris going to get it again on second down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now it's Haskins. Caught here left side by Brett. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
23-yard attempt.
McCann's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
This one out quickly to Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's 3rd and 11.
On third down, it's Harris. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
4 down, 4 down. Mike, 28. Mike, 28.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's get that ball. Mike, 28. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You mine. Check, 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 check.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yep.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On 2nd down, Rivers. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's the run with Cadet.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second and 20.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike 55, Mike 55. Time to go, night. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Mike 28. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Mike 22, he's coming.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey. Mike 22.
Back to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
All day, defense, all day. Mike 22, Mike 20.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike 26.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Browns drive about to get started. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50.
In your face.
Mayfield. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Turn it up.
On first down, Rivers. And he's got some space here.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A gain of 15.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
All you get is a headache. All you get is hurry. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down.
And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Watch Twiz.
Green Jack.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
17's Mike. Mike 17. You don't want it. You don't want none of that. Give me that. Pick up the ball.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
That's it, baby. Go work.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A run for Nick Chubb, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second down now, Rivers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's our time.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the ground with Cadet. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd down and 8.
Mike 17.
All day, baby. All day. All day, baby. All day. Drill Green.
Team's Mike. Mike.
Hey, Green.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike.
They hand this off to Harris. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, let's get this. Get this.
Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Black shot.
Mike 22.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Fury, yellow.
Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Black Ultra. Mike 22. He's got...
They're going to try and throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Try to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
60 red. 60 red.
Man out.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All day, every day, any day.
17's Mike. Mike 17. Mike 17. Mike 17.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Kenny Moore brought him down. 4 yards on the pickup.
Check 50.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A gain of 26 yards.
On 1st down, Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Yeah! I got my carpet rolled out for you.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They can't hang with us. Kill.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Hey, watch the slip.
Mayfield looks to throw. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
85 yards.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Steelers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Austin McGinnis out for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
22, Mike 22. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
2nd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 169 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Mike, 20. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Switch.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Shift.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Deshaun Elliott there on the tackle. A 28-yard gain.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a 13th win on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.